Well, it started 47 years ago, this being the 47th annual, by a group of men here. They were looking for something to get together, and the crop at the time, the biggest local crop we had were watermelon, so they had the bright idea to do it in the middle of July and have a watermelon festival. That's a big crop that local people can grow. A lot of people grow them. They're not easy to grow, but they can stand the hot weather a little bit. You just need a little bit of rain and water, and they're a good crop to grow in the dead of heat like we have here.
And what makes Farmerville watermelons better than anyone else?
Oh, they're just juicy and sweet and wonderful. Grown with lots of love.
Well, today we've had the parade. We have the watermelon auction, which we just had, which are local growers from the state bring their watermelons. We weigh them. Today, the biggest watermelon was 230.9 pounds. They put a lot of time and effort into it, so I believe with that, that makes them a little bit sweeter than anywhere else.
It's kind of an exciting time because you really don't know if anybody else has got a big melon, who's got what, and so we'll come in, and they have different varieties for different categories. Of course, Carolina Cross is the granddaddy of them all. That's the big melons, and then they've also got regular varieties that you can enter. And also they've got a child's division, which I think is really neat. That kind of promotes young people to start growing melons. But you bring them in, and then they weigh them on a set of certified scales from the Louisiana Department of Agriculture. And the grand prize melon is the melon that weighs the most. And then they've also got quality contests that'll judge the quality of the melon, the texture and the sweetness. And then they have other contests like seed spitting contests. And but we basically grow melons for the contest, for the size contest. And we always enjoy coming up here every year and doing that.
The big watermelons that they grow, they put a lot of time and effort. I mean, they have to really baby them. They take them off. They separate all the other watermelons off the vine, let that one vine just grow that. It's a lot of time and effort for them to grow a watermelon that big. So that they take a lot of time for that.
We have the first place grand champion melon this year at 230.9 pounds. It was a project from my son. I talked to my father, and he said that a long time ago his father had grown melons there, so we thought we'd give it a shot. And so me and my son went and bought a melon, and we started from there on a small plot of ground. And our first year we grew 100. Our goal for our first year was 100 pounds. That was what we set our goal at. And we wound up growing a 194-pound melon. So we really thought, well, if we can do this, we wondered, what is the state record? We really didn't know. So we got on the internet and started researching and found that the state record at the time was 202 pounds. And we thought, well, if we came that close this year, we'll try it again. And the following year, we grew a 252-pound melon, which is now currently the state record. And that's kind of how it all evolved. And then we found out about the festival, and we decided to start bringing melons up here. And Farmerville has been really good to us. They're always real gracious. We're from Sabine Parish, and they've always treated us well when we come up here, and we're always feel welcome when we bring a melon.
And what's your secret to growing melon?
Oh, a lot of tender loving care. I really feel like it's the ground that we live on. It's a real sandy ground. It's excellent for growing large melons. And I have a few trade secrets that I can't divulge, but it's basically good ground and really paying close attention to them and tending to them every day.
They bring them in, we have that, we auction them off. We got 9 different varieties, I believe, and we have them, the top 3, and we auction them off. And then last night we had a street dance. So Friday nights we have a street dance. Thursday night we have a local pageant for people of the parish. Tonight at the end we'll have the Miss pageant, which is a preliminary for Miss Louisiana, and that's a big pageant here. We usually have a lot of entrants for that, so it's become a nice pageant.
I love the pageant. It's a fun time. The town really comes out to the pageant to participate in it. It's not just your typical pageant people. I know I got to know the judge last year through the pageant, so you really get to know the town, and they really love watching the girls compete for Miss Watermelon.
The festival is a wonderful promotion for our town. We are proud of Farmerville. We are proud of our accomplishments. And I want to tell you a little about the t-shirts that we have at our festival. Back in 1975, I took the Watermelon Queen to Florida to the National Watermelon program, and they had T-shirts there that had a watermelon on them that said, "Watermelon time is fun time." And I thought, hey, I wonder if those would sell, be a little fundraiser, something different. And of course, this was before T-shirts were really the in thing. So now it has grown into a tremendous business and a wonderful fundraiser for the JCs.
And what do you think about the Watermelon Festival here in Farmerville?
Oh, I think it's fabulous. I think it's a great place to bring family. It's so family oriented. It's certainly hot, but watermelon is such a great thing to eat when it's hot. I know for me, my family's not here. They live in Florida, but I brought my dog because I knew he'd enjoy it. So it really is a great family atmosphere.
And what's your favorite part about the Watermelon Festival?
Well, I really like just being here and having some fun and just talking with all my friends when they come. And I really like the watermelon decorating and the watermelon eating contest. That's a lot of fun. Yes, I had a lot of fun. It was so much fun trying to decorate my watermelon.
For me, one of the best things about the Watermelon Festival is that since I live in South Louisiana, I get to take the journey up here, and it's a long trip. It's a 4-hour trip, but I get to see so much of the state on the way, and then to end up here and to be embraced by the Watermelon Festival is such a great activity, and it's a great place in Louisiana to get a new perspective on the residents here in the state. And so I just love seeing the different part of the state since I'm so used to South Louisiana.
It's just a whole lot of family, a whole lot of friends, and we just get together and just a lot of cooking, a lot of eating, and it's fun.
Dress for hot weather. It is very hot, but it's worth it. It's so much fun.
It's a good time. We have plenty of arts and crafts, good food, a lot of stuff for the kids. We have a lot of activity for the kids. It's a good time. It's a little hot, but we have a good time.
We have a beautiful lake here. We're Lake Darbone. We're a certified retirement community. The Chamber of Commerce has worked very hard on that. This is a JC function, the Festival and Beauty Pageant. But if you've ever been to Farmerville, we ask you to come back. If you've never been to Farmerville, you need to come and visit with us.
Just like to welcome everybody and see if we can get everybody to come out and have a good time.